Yo guys, it's CFB. Welcome back to a brand new video. Welcome back to the channel. Today, Chelsea get another win. Another win, and this time it's on the road to the European trophy that they will win. They will win, and we have to win. I don't care what anybody's got to say, we've got to. We get our first win of the competition of the UEFA Conference League. Chelsea beat KAA Gent 4-2 in the first game of the Europa League. It would be better if it was Europa League, but it's not. Certain team drew in the Europa League today. Mugs. 4-2 Chelsea win, easy day at the office. I mean, you look at the scoreline, you think 4-2, not that easy, but as I get into it, I'm going to explain to you why it's probably easier than what the scoreline looks like, even though 4-2 is still a quite big gap. We still conceded 2 goals, but I'm going to get into why we did. So before we do get into everything, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so notified every time I upload a video. Also, first link in the description is my streaming channel and my second channel. Go and check that out, it'll be very much appreciated. And without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So, yeah, Chelsea played KAA Gent in the first round. Well, not the first round, obviously, because it's a league format now. I hate it. I hate the fact it's a league format. But we play Gent in the first game of the Conference League. First time ever playing in the Conference League. We get a win in our first game, and quite a straightforward win in a sense. We did in a straightforward way. We did win the game quite straightforward. You know, we dominated the game. I feel like at one point we had 78% possession. It was written at the start it was going to be like that, and again, we're going to sit back, try and break us on the counter-attack. It was that type of game. Everything you would have expected, it was that type of game. It was a game you could guess from the minute of the kickoff. I don't know if we played Gent 2 times. I don't know, because now it's a league format. It's not a table where there's only 4 teams. I don't think you played the same team twice. I'm not too sure. Maybe you do. I need to check it up, because this whole new format is just it's mind-boggling. But anyway, we get the win. Let's go through the lineup that we did go with anyway. Let's see if I was right on the lineup. So we went with Philip Jorgensen in goal. Axel Disasi right back. I knew it was going to happen. I said that in my preview yesterday. If you haven't gone and checked that out, go and check it out if you want. Disasi right back turned into a right centre back, inverting as right centre back, which means Viega was a left back, inverting into midfield. We had Badiashile, Tosin and Rabar as 2 centre backs. Again, I knew that. Same with Viega. Dewsbury, Cassidy, a double pivot, and as I'm getting into the video, you're going to see me give them some praise. Neto was off the right, Felix was in the 10, and Kunku was the ST, Mudryk as the left winger. So the only one I didn't get right was Axel Disasi. And even in the preview, I said I still expect Disasi to start, but if it was me, I wouldn't start him. Anyway, that was the lineup we went with. 4-2-3-1, but on paper it looks like a 4-3-3. And I didn't even know, but Gent actually have Igor Gudjonsson's son as their striker. I didn't even know, and Gudjonsson was actually in the crowd watching. So big up Gudjonsson, man, and big up his son. But yeah, anyway, so the game kicked off. And obviously it's exactly what we thought it was going to be. It was us with the most amount of possession. We was keeping the possession for a long period of time. You know, especially utilising. We weren't utilising the flanks as much as I thought we would do. And this is one thing I quite like from Maresca at the moment. We're actually utilising, building a play down the middle. I thought that's where we found most of our success in the whole entire game, especially the second half. Most of our success was building and creating a play from down the middle. Felix's little flicks through to a Kunku. And Kunku's little drop the shoulders to let a winger run onto it or something. It was quite clever the way we was picking out our play. It was really surprising to see us go down the middle instead of down the flanks. Obviously, there would be at times where we would go down the flanks. But anyway, we got our first goal from a wide player, passing it in to a fullback. Mudryk gets it off the right-hand side. I forgot how it went. I think Pedro Neto was drifting into the middle. Mudryk came across onto the right. Mudryk whipped across in, and I forgot his name for a second now. Renato Vega is just there, alone, keeps his cool, keeps his composure, sees the ball crossed in, and it doesn't bullet header it. He just caresses it with his head. Well, I say caresses, it's not the right word, is it? He just places it on his head, so it's placed perfectly in the bottom right-hand corner. I expected him to bullet header it, or like rush his header or something like that. No, he took his time, and he decided to go for placement instead of power with his head. Brilliant goal, 1-0 up, expected. I expect, like I said, my match prediction was 3-0. We didn't keep a clean sheet, but we still won the game anyway. But Renato Vega gets the first goal, and we only lead 1-0 going into the second half. Second half starts, we're only 1-0 up, and I said this, and I knew this was going to happen. I knew as soon as the second half was going to start, for some reason, I knew we was going to get a goal. I knew we was going to get a goal straight away in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the second half starting. It always happens for some reason. I don't know why. Over the last couple of games, you look, we tend to score in the second half quite a lot. And there's Pedro Neto who gets the second goal. Pedro Neto gets the second goal. It's a ball over the top from Desassi. I think one of Gent's defenders makes a bit of a fumble out of it. And then Neto just has the time to strike it perfectly in the top right-hand corner. Brilliant goal, 2-0 up. Happy as Larry until Gent go and get not an equaliser, first goal. They go and get their first goal to make it 2-1. Our defending at times today was really good, but also really shocking, because we defended the cross really well, then they went back for another cross, and nobody's marking one of the Gent players who's free on the left-hand side, ready for the header, and he gets the free header. We give him the time, and he scores from the header. And then we're back to square one, 2-1. Gent have their tails up, we have our tails down. They're ready to hunt us. They've got nothing to play for. Like, in that sense, they've got all the expectations on us. You know what I mean? They've got none of the expectation on them. Do you know what I mean? And you know, they could go at us, but in fact we decided to defend really, really well then, and we decided to keep in the pressure really, really well. And then Nkunku gets a goal. It was a weird one. There was a bunch of headers from across, and then Renato Vega looks like he's about to hit it whilst he's in the box, but then Nkunku comes in, slices it, and with so much power, the fact that the Gent keeper can't save it, makes a bit of a fumble out of it. Megs is in whilst he's in the air. Kind of hard to describe. But we go and get our third goal, makes it 3-1. We've got that extra cushion now. We're sleeping with 2 cushions now, and then we sleep with 3, because shortly after, Drewsbury gets his first ever goal for Chelsea. It was a through ball, a good through ball from Felix, and Nkunku looks like he's about to get on it, but then it's flicked away from a Gent defender, and then it bounces straight into the path of Drewsbury Hall. And let me be real here, it's a pants shot, but the Gent keeper, I don't know how he doesn't save it, but he fumbles it and it ends up falling into the back of the net. You know, I ain't complaining 4-1, but then obviously at the end we have to go and concede a second. We have to go and concede a second to make it 4-2, which is unfortunate. But again, it's crap defending again from us for their second goal. It is. And look, overall, the game, again, we dominated. Possession-wise, we dominated. We created chances, many chances. There's many players, majority of the players on the pitch today were brilliant. They were brilliant. But once again, with the second team, at times, game by game, they're getting better. Game by game, the second team, when they're all playing together, they're getting better. You can see the confidence building with each other. You can see their chemistry is getting better. But there's still a lack of balance at times. Like at times, we look brilliant going forward and we look brilliant defensively. And then there's one time where we make an individual mistake, and then defensively, we are shambolic. We forget all the abilities of defending. Like at times. It just comes down to unbalancedness. The fact that this second team don't play with each other for that often. You don't see Badiashile playing with Desassi at right back often, do you? You know, Tosin is still getting used to the centre backs. You know, Badiashile, Desassi. You know, you don't really see a pivot of Drewsbury Hall and Drewsbury Hall and Cassidy. You know, it is quite unbalanced, but the more games you give them, and the more games you give them like this, even though, look, it's 4-2, we might have conceded 2 goals, it's still a massive confidence boost, not just for the club, but especially for these second team lot of players. You know what I mean? Like, it's a massive confidence boost. So, you know, you got to give them more of these games. Especially early on in the Conference League, early on in the FA Cup if there's no big opponents, and early on in the Carabao Cup. These are the games for these players to build the chemistry, and maybe even in some cases, make the manager look at them and go, actually, I can fit you into the first team at the moment. But they've got to prove it. They've got to prove it. I feel like today getting that win, where the majority of the game we have dominated, we did keep the ball, we defended really well, and we did attack brilliantly too. The little one touches we were doing between each other when trying to get out of a press from Gent, who put on a good press in the second half, early in the second half, and we managed to beat out of it really, really well. You know, utilising the flanks, that's when we utilised the flanks of Pedro Neto and Mudryk, of their pace to then, you know, excel from the midfield up to up front. We do that really, really well, and I want to see that utilised a bit more. But overall, I was happy with the game. I was happy with the game. The game management from the manager as well, Maresca, was brilliant. Gent at times gave us a game. They didn't really threaten us by the 2 goals, and I feel like the 2 goals just came down to lapses in concentration and, in a sense, bad defending. You've got to call it what it is. It's bad defending. You know, it is what it is. So, yeah, moving on to the player ratings. Jorgensen, I'm not sure about this guy. I've got to be honest. I'm not sure about the guy. I don't think he's the goalkeeper to lead us forward in the future, but it's still early on for him. He could prove me wrong, and I hope he does. But today, his distribution was good. There'll be some times where he was taking a little bit too long on the ball, but bar that, got quite a lot of touches on the ball, but I'd give him a 5.5. I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5 because we conceded 2 goals. We conceded 2 goals. The 2 chances that we got, they scored from it. So, yeah, Vega got a goal, was brilliant as well. Him inverted into the midfield is so much better than what I've seen of him inverting as a left centre-back. You know, he adds so much going forward. His going forward ability, his crosses, his timing of runs in behind sometimes as well, is brilliant. It's brilliant. I like him. I really do. He has that extra body in midfield, and it's a physical body, and we need that at times, especially with this double pivot, no offence to him, which I thought they had a good game. But Vega's quite vital to that. He got his first ever goal for Chelsea too. Good goal too. And I'd give him a 6.5 today. I'll give him a 6. No, I'll give him a 7, you know. Fair play to him. I thought he did really well today. Tosin. I'm saying Tosin first. I thought Tosin was decent. His ball playing ability was good. I'd give him a 6. You can't look at the defence in a nice light when we concede 2 to Gent. You know what I mean? So I'll give him a 6. Badiashile, I don't know what's happened to him, man. We don't know how many times I have to keep on saying this, but I don't know what's happened to Badiashile, unfortunately. He's not the same player when we first brought him. When he was playing under Potter. He's not the same player. He looks like he panics on the ball when he shouldn't panic on the ball. And then when he panics on the ball, he kicks it so far past the player that he's actually intending to pass to. I don't know what's happened to him. There was times where he did do well in this game, but I'll give him a 5. I'll give him a 5 overall. Disasi got a good assist. Maybe it was bad defending from their behalf, but good assist. Bar that, I'm not a big fan of Disasi, you know me. I'll give him a 5.5. 5.5. Moving on to double pivot midfield, I want to give these 2 a big props. Cassidy and Drewsbury Hall. I would give them the same rating, both for 6.5. I would, but I'm going to give Drewsbury Hall a 7 simply because of the fact he's scored today. Drewsbury Hall was really, really good. Got a goal, was popping up in the right positions, and overall quite vital as well to when we was getting out of a press from Gent whenever they decided to put a press on us. Was quite vital in that sense. You know, did show a couple of senses of dribbling past a couple of players too to set us up on an attack. I thought it was quite decent today. Fair play to Drewsbury Hall. He did really well today. I would say, like I said, was a 7. Cassidy, 6.5. Cassidy is proving me wrong. Because against Barrow and the game before Barrow, I was saying I'm not a big fan of Cassidy. I don't think he's a great player. I don't think he's Premier League quality. But my God, him and Drewsbury Hall, both times against Barrow and Gent. Look, it's Barrow and Gent, I get it, but both times they played, they both proved me wrong. Cassidy played really well today too. The reason why I'm so concerned about that double pivot at times is because they're both more attacking midfielders, aren't they? Like they like to go forward more than they do defend and do the dirty work. But they do well. Cassidy defensively today was brilliant, was second to none. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you drop into the pocket of a central centre-back to make us progress up the field. Fair play to Cassidy, man. Fair play. 6.5. Mudryk, fair play to him too. I get it. Barrow, Gent, he's an £80 million player. How many would we brought him for? It was 60 or 80. And I thought he did really well today. He looked confident on the ball today. That's the Mudryk I want to see more often. That Mudryk. Getting the ball, taking on the player correctly and making the right decision. Sometimes it would be he didn't make the right decision, but it wouldn't be regular. Do you know what I mean? It wouldn't be regular. I saw more good things from Mudryk today than I saw bad from him. And he didn't really make much fault. He got an assist as well. I thought he was unlucky not to get a goal too. I thought he deserved the goal today after the way he performed. Brilliant. We know his pace is second to none. But I thought he was really good today. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Fair play to him. Same with Felix. I'm giving him a 6.5. I thought, we know what Felix is like. When he gets the ball, you know, his little flicks on to a striker to link up with him in behind. You know, his passes, his skill in general, you know what I mean? He's a player that gets you off your seat. He's a player that gets you off your seat. But this is where the book comes in. I'm not seeing any end product from him, though, in the last couple of games that he has been playing and doing well in. I haven't seen any end product. I need to see more end product. I need to see more. Do you know what I mean? I need to see a little bit more. Maybe more shots. Maybe. Because he does everything else right. I just want to see him taking more risks, more shots. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'll give him a 6.5. Pedro Neto, same as well. I'll give him a 6.5. Started off a little bit slow the first 20-25 minutes, but grew into the game. His pace, same with Mudryk, lightning off the flanks, especially when we were looking to break on a counter-attack after beating a press. He got a goal too, really good goal too, so I'll give him a 6.5. And then Nkunku, I didn't think did have a great game today. But in Nkunku fashion, he goes and gets a goal even in a game he doesn't even play in. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he played bad in today's game. I don't think it was bad where you look at him and go, oh my God, you're on a stinker. I just don't think he received that much like clear-cut chances. Do you know what I mean? I feel like before his goal, he only got one chance and it wasn't even a clear-cut chance. Do you know what I mean? He got barely any service. Which sounds weird for us controlling the game, but we barely gave it that many times to Nkunku, our main striker. We didn't. So, but he got a goal. He got a goal, and that's all we want from our striker, really. Do you know what I mean? If our strikers play bad, but they bag us 2 goals, I ain't gonna complain. But overall, I'll give him a 6. If it wasn't for the goal, I would have probably given him a 5, but not on his behalf. Not like it's his fault. We gave minutes to Tyreek George. Tyreek George looked good coming on. Didn't really see too much from him, but he looked decent coming on. Then we bring on... Who else do we bring on? Mark Gu. Again, I feel like we shut up shop around that time, so we didn't really see much from Mark Gu. And then there was one more, weren't there? I swear there was one more player. If I see... No, it was just Mark Gu and Tyreek George, I think. Yeah, it was just Mark Gu and Tyreek George. That was all that came off the bench, I'm pretty sure. Let me know in the comments down below if I'm wrong. But from what I'm seeing, it was Mark Gu and Tyreek George. Yeah, both are such young players. You can't pin that much on them. I was hoping they'd get minutes maybe, you know, around the 60th minute. But I can understand Maresca maybe doing it a bit more later because we did shut up shop. And that's where our 2 goals... Apart from the first goal, I feel like first goal, fair play again. But at the same time, it was defensively our fault. But I feel like their second goal, I don't feel like it would have been 4-1 if we didn't shut up shop. You know what I mean? We shut up shop, and for some reason, they were getting loads of time down the flanks, and they got a goal from it. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, I feel like their second goal just came down to us, you know, knowing that the game's pretty much over. We're trying to just see it out. Shut up shop, but we had a lapse in concentration. But overall, I'm very happy with the game. It's another win on the board. It's another confidence boost for the team. It's another home win. It gets the home fans more up for games as well. You know, the more wins we rack up at home especially, the more the home fans are going to start, you know, getting up for it even more. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because we're winning games and scoring goals. I'm just hoping we can stop this conceding 2 goals thing and keep it low and start seeing more clean sheets come through. Because that would have been even nicer today. But we win. I don't even know what the scoreboard... I don't know how the league format in this Conference League thing goes, but we get our first win of the Conference League. Positive start, 4-2 win. And we progress through to the next team. I don't know what the next team is. We'll see when it comes around the corner. But before then, please like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I load a video. I hope you all had a good rest of your day and night and a good rest of the day. in general, and I'll see you on the next video. Let me know in the comments down below what you all thought about the game. Get in there, take care, peace.